everyone, and welcome to IC Stories episode 56. For this episode, it's going to be very, very special kasi tatlo po ang guests natin. Yes, hindi lang isa, hindi lang dalawa, kung hindi tatlong projects po ang makakakwentuhan natin tonight. So, hindi sila sa ICP Philippines, pero mamaya mababalitaan nyo or maririnig ninyo kung saan sila. Ayan. So, hello sa inyo, Feisty, Esther Z ICP, Sulfira, Yoyo, Rose Ann, Farrell, Lekami, Rafa, Evos. Napakarami. Maraming salamat. Yi, Emoy, Naviri, Espeso, of course, Melanie, Dandan, hello, Zoya, Wulan, and si Dandan ulit. Hello, maraming salamat. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for watching this live. And if you are watching this, if you're team replay, let us know in the comments. And yeah, like I said, tatlo po ang guests natin today. So huwag nating patagalin pa para mas marami oras natin sa mga kwentuhan. Let's call in our very special guests for tonight. We have the CEO of Feature. Hi, Nicholas. Thank you so much for joining in.
Well,
Hi, how are you?
very good. Thank you for the invitation.
Great having you here. And we also have Carl from ICSpore. Hey, Carl.
Hello,
how are
everyone.
things?
All good. Thanks for having us.
So thrilled to have you here. I am sorry if I'm lagging a little bit. The rain here in the Philippines has been very unforgiving, so my connection is just not connecting. We also have Naveen with us from BattleChan. Hi, Naveen. How are you? Thanks for joining in.
Thanks for the invitation. Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello. Am I audible? Or let me check.
Oh, there you go. Hi.
Hi. Am I audible now, guys? Is it fine?
Yes.
Okay. It's great to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
I'm so excited. I have a bunch of questions lined up, so I hope you're ready for that. Maybe we can start with quick introductions. Let's start with Feature, ICSpore, and then BattleChan. So starting with you, Feature, maybe you can talk to us, Nicholas, like what do you do in Feature and what exactly is it?
Yeah, I'm Nicolas. Hi, everyone. So I'm CEO of Feature. I'm building a Web3 tool to incentivize the developer to contribute to DAOs with crypto rewards.
I know you have like a deck to share, right? Maybe we can show that to our audience now.
To share my screen.
Yes. Okay.
Let me know if you see my screen.
I think I lost it. You
try again.
Yes. There we go. Okay, awesome.
So can you see my Feature logo?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a logo. So this is a Web3 tool. So basically, I'm technical guy. I'm developer. So it's a tool for DAOs and developer. This kind of marketplace between both. So let's see what kind of tool is it. So before to explain the tool, we can talk a little bit about the challenges of DAOs. You know, one of the challenge is to be decentralized, because DAOs is decentralized autonomous organization. It's kind like projects built on blockchain. And one of the key features of blockchain is to be decentralized, to be very strong and sustainable. So to be decentralized, there is different aspects. One is about the governance, the distribution of the token, and the code, and also the communities. But another point is very important. It also who build, or how we build the feature of the DAO, and how we can decentralize the development. So let's talk a little issue about this and take an example of one of the most famous decentralized exchange is Uniswap. And if we see the contributor of this project, there are very few people they contribute. But this is an issue because it's not so decentralized. So how we can decentralize the development of this point? So one of we can easier fix this to have many contributors, but to do this we have to fix the legs economic incentive because obviously the core team they have some tokens and maybe they have some salary, but like open source external contributors they don't have enough incentive. So that's why I tried feature to solve this issue. So I will don't do a demo like because it's very short, but you can send me a DM. I will show you a demo. And the basic idea is to add directly on GitHub. You can see GitHub is the most famous platform to contribute to DAOs, is to add like a crypto reward to the task of the development. And we use a technology, is named atomic contract. So the idea is to put the fund to the blockchain to create trust between the both parties, the DAO, open source project, and the developer to be sure if they do the task, he will get the reward. And we use like some technology to with this. It's Bifinity. Bifinity is very nice project to bridge like EVM project on ICP. So it's very easy to build with Bitfinity. And we use some other tools, some Solidity on IPFS. So yeah, we have some competitor, and what of the advantage of feature? It's we are directly building on GitHub. We have obviously crypto payments, so each DAO can use the own token to incentive the developer, and also we have like escrow to create trust between the parties. This is a short description of feature, and I don't know if you have some question, Ulan, or
Yes, for sure. We'll dive into the questions a little bit, but thank you so much for that very quick, a snapshot of what it is, a very quick overview. But from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, it's mainly a tool where you incentivize developers to contribute to open source projects by offering rewards for fixing GitHub issues, right?
totally. That's
Okay,
it.
okay. I haven't had dinner yet, so if I make a mistake, it's not me. That's my stomach speaking. But yeah, I mean, I think that's very, very helpful. And many of our many people who are watching this, especially those who watch it on replay, are developers. So I feel like they're the target market. You guys are knocking on their doors. Thank you, Nicholas, for sharing about feature. We'll ask more questions in a bit, so sit tight. Now, Naveen, maybe you can talk to us a little bit about BattleChan.
Hey, hello everyone. Myself Naveen. I'm from India, and we have been working in this ecosystem since past 6 to 7 years. The BattleChan was something which is very close to us, as we identified that in social media platforms, most of the things have been controlled by the centralized authorities. So considering that thing as a very potential issue within the ecosystem, we thought of bringing up of something which can allow people to choose which algorithms they would like to algorithms they would like to promote within the platform, so that only content which is relevant to those people or to that particular community is going to be shown on the screen. And to do this, we are using ICP tech plus the tokenization system, so that the people can take the things onto the main screen, like what kind of content they want to see, what kind of content they want to delete. So it's something like where a decentralized ecosystem we are trying to nurture in terms of social media platform. The page that we can see right now, it is our white paper that we have prepared. Some of the challenges, apart from being being a part of decentralized ecosystem, if we want our identities to be secured, we want the things not to be controlled by the government or any organization. So we try to bring these things on the decentralized platform, and this is where BattleChain came into the picture. Yeah, and if you want me to brief more about the platform, then I can go ahead with it. But if introduction is fine, then we can take these things.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, you also give a good overview, and my understanding is we've been seeing a lot of community-driven content moderation, and I feel like in Web3, since we're all about empowering or giving back the power to the community, this is going to be a very pivotal role, or it will play a pivotal role in that. I'm so happy that BattleChan is at the forefront of this movement, and I feel like with the US elections as well, we've been seeing a strong emphasis on, value of free expression and transparency and even control about the content that we're putting out and we're seeing. So I think, again, this is something that adds to that conversation. So thank you so much, Naveen, for, again, that quick overview, the quick view of your project. Moving on to you, Carl from ICSpore. How are you?
Great. Yeah, let me share the presentation as well. Can you see my screen now? Sorry, can you see my screen? The presentation? All good. Yeah. So we are ICSpore, the first DEX aggregator on internet computer, and that basically says it all. There's a huge problem currently on the IC ecosystem that the liquidity is fragmented between different DEXs, and if you want to make a swap, you face either the necessity to go to different DEXs and manually check their prices, or trusting your favorite DEX and risking making a trade with suboptimal prices and having a higher slippage. The problem exists, but is there a market for this? The market is growing. Luckily, the trading volume and ICP is growing. It is currently 33 million in July, and it's even more in August. And generally, for the product like ours, for the DEX aggregators, if we take a look at the non-ICP, at EVM ecosystem, the product of DEX aggregators, they take around 20% share of the trading volume or the market. So that is basically the market we are targeting. And there is no viable competitors currently, no such a solution which exists. So what do we do? ICSpore is a decentralized exchange aggregator that optimizes swapping by offering the best prices across exchanges in the ICP ecosystem. So we are the single
Sorry to interrupt,
front end.
Carl.
Yep.
I think I'm losing you a bit. Nicola, are you also? Is the audio also choppy on your end or just mine?
Yeah, it's working for me.
Good on
Fine,
your end.
fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. Again, my
Yeah,
connection has a problem. But sorry, Carl. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So we are a single point of entry for any swaps that are happening on IC. Under the hood, we are routing the transaction with the best prices across the different DEXs that we have, and for sure our solution is non-custodial, and it is deployed on both the front and back end is deployed on chain, so it's easily verifiable contracts, and it's very accessible due to the gasless nature of IC. On the user side, how it works. So user comes to the platform, chooses the pair that he or she wants to swap, for example, some CK USDT, and ICP token, ICSpore connects to the DEXs and gets the rates from all the DEXs, check the available liquidity. After the user is providing the approval in the wallet, the transaction is executed through the optimal route and user receive the requested token with the best available price across the markets. So that is basically the same scheme, but how it works on the back end. So using internet identity or ICP wallets, we have a plugin wallet here. User is connecting to our front end where the swap execution is happening for him. On the back end, our canister connects to the available dexes on the at the ecosystem, and after the swap happens with the best routing, user gets the swap results, gets the token back to the wallet. So we started as a dollar cost averaging auto buy, auto invest solution on ICP, and we receive a grant from Definity Foundation for that. But while working on the DCA, we found out that basically what we do is we compare the prices of the different dexes to automate the purchase. And hey, we're actually building the DEX aggregator. So while building DCA, we discovered a market opportunity much bigger than we were working on
That's
initially,
impressive.
and we and currently DCA is only one feature that will be included in our DEX aggregator. You will be able to automate any purchase on IC blockchain. So we already have a usable demo which we will present in the coming weeks for the DCA feature. Until the end of the year, we will be launching the full web application for the DEX aggregator and we are planning to launch an SNS. We are lining up the partners for the community engagement, and this will be other DEXs, tokens which will be presented on the platform, community leaders. And after the launch for the V2 that we are planning, we have great plans, we have very big plans. We will provide a better routing, partial execution, protection from front running, which is quite big problem currently on IC. And we do have plans to become a cross-chain hub where we'll be aggregating and providing an opportunity to swap not only inside ICP blockchain, but also outside of ICP to other blockchains and from ICP to the outside blockchains. The technology for that is quite straightforward. So we use internet identity for authentication. Our canisters are our smart contracts that execute the code, and ICP DEXs is where we get the liquidity. So that's basically it about the product. I would like also to highlight that we are currently running our first community engagement program where we are distributing ICSP tokens. It's called the Dawn or the Mushroom Empire. So we called ICSpore, and we like that, mushroom topic. And that is how our inspirational graphic gets we get from. And we will be distributing the ICSP tokens for the winners of the program. So 100 winners will receive 100 tokens. And after the token launch, these points and these ICSP tokens will be converted to exchanged to the Spore tokens, which will be used for project governance.
So many exciting things coming up. I mean, that was packed, the roadmap and the campaign that you are running. We'll talk more about that in a bit, or we'll invite our audience to join in. But yeah, I think ICSpore is incredibly interesting. It really aligns with the growing trend towards decentralized technologies and various sectors and such. So yeah, I'm excited to dive in deeper with the projects now. I know you mentioned you talked about what the project is and who mainly the target market is, but I want you to hammer down as to what is the value proposition of the project. Like, if you are given a chance, gun to your head, like maybe just how would you make people understand the need for your project? Why should they look into it? How would it benefit them? Maybe we can start with you again, Nicholas.
Yeah, one of the main advantage about feature, one is to incentive like developer with your own token, because if you want to get more developer, you can go to Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer.com, etc. But you need money, you need dollars. But if you launch your own token, you can use to incentive the early developer to contribute to your project. So it's a very nice incentive to grow your ecosystem, especially the developer, and also to create volume of your token, etc. So it's very win-win between the DAO and the developer. And another advantage is we use like atomic contract, because, for example, if you start your DAO, sometimes you don't have enough money to have commitment with your developer, you to create like permanent contract. With atomic contracts for one microtask, you have one reward, and everything is secured by a smart contract. So even if you know him, he is anonymous. Most of the people or blockchain are sometimes anonymous. So it's very easy to give good incentive to this. But the question is how we can review the code, how we can be sure it follows the specification. So it's very an advantage about feature. We have incentive to challenge the code about anyone. So that we can also create like incentive to review the code of others to check if the code follows the specification of the task.
Very interesting. It seems like a gamification of some sorts. Just like making it exciting, giving them that little push. Also, people are doing it anyway, so why not incentivize them? And those who aren't doing it but are capable of doing it, give them a little something something to again give them that little push to participate. I think that's very unique, and I love that it's very developer centric. Again, I think many of our community members would be your users for this. So thanks for sharing that, Nicholas. Naveen, how about in BattleChan? What is the main value proposition of the project?
Okay, I'd like to share my screen. Wait a second, I guess.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So this is something which has encouraged us to move forward with that idea that we were having, like the total growth of users that we are seeing right now in traditional social media platform, which is around like 4.9 billion. And when we see such kind of thing in Web3 social media, we see around these numbers in millions. So there is a huge growth opportunity of like thousands of percentage, which the users are going to be motivating from Web 2 to Web 3. And at the same time, what we see is the market size, the future market size is going to be in the, as being projected, is going to be like 100 and Ks and millions dollars. That is what the overall market capitalization is going to be. And a big feature that allows BattleChan to compete with this existing platform is that we have introduced our token as a deflammatory token, so that if the users are posting something, they will get certain amount of time where their post is going to be on the screen. Wait a second, let me show you something related to that. Okay. So this is how the workflow goes. The post is being created by utilizing some of our time token, giving a particular amount of time visibility. And once the post is on the main dashboard, the community can interact with that post by upvoting and downvoting. And during this mechanism of upvoting and downvoting, the tokens are going to be burned. The token burning is going to be in a sense like by downvoting, the total token 50% is going to be burning directly. So that this is what it is making a deflammatory token, so that the token supply is going to be less if the people are not liking the content on our dashboard. And if the people are liking it, the content will be boosted to the million of users or the X amount of users that will be the part of our platform. So considering this in a long run, when the user growth is going to be there on our platform, this token supply is going to be decreasing by its own mechanism as the interaction the people will be making with the post. So this is something that we are considering a good opportunity where the community will be getting benefited by holding the token as well as posting their content on our platform.
Marrying the two for sure. People in the space, they love getting the tokens, and we also love we are always online. So it's an incredible way to, again, just marry the two concepts together. How about for ICSpore? What is the main value proposition?
I risk having a very short answer because our product is very down to earth and
It's, yeah.
very straightforward in
Yeah.
what mechanics do we have. So our main value proposition is that as a trader, as a user on IC, you will have the best price while you're doing your trade or your swap on IC. So
I'm
that's our
sold.
main value proposition.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very strong and good value proposition. And I can see myself using this as well. So it's very incredible. I know you guys mentioned some of your competitors and your competitive advantages. So I guess I'll just give a different question instead. So we all are very community centric in Web3, especially here in ICP, right? So I'm curious if you've already gotten any feedback from the community, and if yes, how did you incorporate it into the project, or how did it kind of affect how you're thinking about, or how you are building the project? Nicholas, you're my first victim always, so go ahead.
Yeah, this is a good question. So ICP, they use like different technology to build on, sometimes it's very specific. It's there a specific language and a specific architecture is different than the others blockchain. But I use like a kind of bridge. It's Bitfinity. So I think with Bitfinity, it's easy to onboard a lot of developers from EVM ecosystem. So if you want to build on ICP and you want to use a large contributor, at this time you can start to use Bitfinity and to target their developers. And and also to onboard the developer, I target the developer where they are actually, where they build and where they use actually. Most of them, they have like classic workflow on GitHub, etc. Like especially the external contributor. And sometimes I don't want to go to other platform because they are already on GitHub. So with GitHub, with feature, we have a GitHub extension. So everything is directly on GitHub. You create your contract, and you can claim the reward. And if there is challenge, you have a comment about the challenge directly on GitHub. So it's a way to onboard easily the developer for.
Yeah, it's more efficient, I think. Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's very interesting. How about for BattleChan?
Can you please repeat the question? I guess I missed it. Yeah.
No
It was
worries. So I was just asking if, since we're very community centric, of course you've heard feedback, right, or comments from the community. How are you taking that in? Like, how does that impacted the way you are building or thinking through your project? Have you applied any of those feedback?
Actually, not much feedback that we have received till now, but we have been seeing a lot of issues in the traditional media. And going for the existing Web3 media, the existing one like Steam It and other platforms, we were seeing that most of the things were being controlled by again getting controlled by the certain people who are holding a large treasury of tokens in their DAOs in making the governance decisions. So this is something which was very concerning for us. So this is where ICP also was one of the best thing that we could do with, like getting it on the SNS so that the community can hold the tokens in the distributed in a very good distribution way, so that multiple decisions related to the algorithms, how the posts are going to be visible on the screen, what is going to be the burning rate, and how the token is going to be utilized by the community in the future uses. So these things can be controlled equally by the existing community rather than being controlled by the group of people again using this tokenization. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very difficult if you have that kind of imbalance. So I feel like, again, this time it's for the community, by the community, and all that jazz. So yeah, again, very interesting. And I'm sure while you guys are progressing, or while you guys are building this out and rolling out more features, you'll hear more feedback. I'm sure of that. And while we are, I feel like in the next few months there will be an influx of new users. Those who have no idea of Web3 would also be falling into the rabbit hole and will join us into this. I almost said hellhole, but into this space, and they'll discover your project and give you that feedback as well. ICSpore, how about you guys? Any interesting feedback that you've been getting and trying to apply to your project?
First of all, I would say that the ICSpore community is quite unique in the manner how supportive and they are. We receive a lot of words of appreciation for what we are building, and it's
As
not
you
only like
should.
it's not only like the retail users, but also the projects where they're
Yeah.
very open for collaboration, and it's great. As from the perspective of a builder that has an experience in other blockchains, there is a difference. There is a difference here. We really have got some interesting feedback regarding front running issues that is happening during the swaps. So some malicious actors are using bots to front run the biggest swaps that are happening, and that's quite a problem. We have come up with various solutions to that. We're still figuring out how we will implement that and in what sequence of order. So that's quite interesting to understand what really matters to people who will be using the product. The next wave of the feedback we will receive, I believe it will be in the next week or maybe in 2 weeks. We're still waiting for the Affinity Foundation approval. We will invite community members to participate in testing of the product. Yeah, and this will be also incentivized by the the points token that we have. So we're very welcome to get the feedback, to find something to improve the product, and the later stages, once we go to the SNS and governance by the community, it will be like not only the feedback, but it will be also inbuilt into the whole governance process.
Yes, we love to hear it. I mean, it really is a very tight knit community, and I'm so happy you guys are feeling the love because you deserve it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I always hear this, and I want to hear if it's true for the three of you as well. It's that when you are building a project from scratch, every day you have fires that you have to just put out, like problem after problem after problem. But it's a problem we choose, and they're good problems, right? Do you agree? Are there like constant things that you just have to deal with? Or is it just smooth sailing?
I would not say like the problems. Actually, as I'm more on the part of, you know, business part, not on the tech part.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of, feedback loop from
Mhm.
people joining the socials and commenting
You
the new
hear a bit
partnership.
about
So
everything, yeah?
yeah, so I'm more in the everyday. I'm happy about that
Yeah.
rather than facing the new problems.
It's a different headache for tech, right? How about Naveen and Nicholas? Are you guys also in the business side, or are you kind of involved in the tech as well?
My side, I'm more into the marketing side actually. The tech guy
Oh,
teams takes the all their tech stuff, but yeah, we do get a lot of requests from the community and the people that we are connecting and sharing them about the BattleChan, that this is something that you can explore. So it's always very difficult to get connect with those tech guys and let them know that this is what we are expecting.
yeah.
Then they come up with something like, oh, this is how much time it is going to take, or these are the some possibilities. So yeah, it's a good thing to find it.
And there's just so many moving pieces in these projects that you just oof, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I'm glad to hear that you're in marketing. I feel like you're doing a great job, and I can see from your posts, Battlechan, that um, they're funny. They're memes. I enjoy. I am the target market. I am. I love them, and I think the DGen community or the ICP community, definitely it's for them. You're speaking their language for sure. Nicholas, how about you? Are you more involved in the business side, tech side?
Yeah, more the tech side. Yeah, I think the inverse
Mm.
than Navin. But I try to switch more like to the marketing and community side.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, it's very important. You can have the best product, and if you don't have a user,
Correct.
it doesn't make any sense. It's
Mm.
very important to talk with the community, to have feedback
Mm.
about the project, to talk with partner, and also like to create some culture. Like
Uh-huh.
one of the most culture, obviously, it's about the meme in the Web3 space. We have very strong culture in this space, so it's kind of a secret language between our community. So yeah, we obviously sometimes we use kind of things, but this is very important, like to create a community with strong value and like keys inside.
Yeah, for sure. And nothing beats a very strong community. I think the good thing about getting feedback is since they're the users, they know what they want. So you really need to be listening in. But then you should also be able to filter because you can't apply everything, and you just it's a lot. But I'm so happy that you guys value your community, and again, you're getting the love and the attention that your projects deserve. So now I know you guys shared a little bit of a sneak peek into like some of the features you are adding, your roadmap. So I want to ask two things about the current and the future. So currently, do you have any campaigns that our audience can join? And then in the future, what can we expect in the next few months? ICSpore, you talked about this a bit, Carl. So maybe give us another quick rundown. Let's start with you now. I think Nicholas is getting mad. He's like, you always ask me first. So let's
It's
switch it
okay.
up a bit.
Let's switch.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, so we were building in the shadows for quite a long
Yeah.
time. So we, I think,
Very stealth. Yeah.
started at the beginning of this year, and just
Mm.
recently we came up with the socials. So we started the campaigns, and this week we started the first community engagement campaign. It's called it's all a mushroom team, so it's called the Dawn of the Mushroom Empire. So it's quite straightforward, typical engagement campaign. So follow, retweet, leave your internet identity, of course, because we will be distributing the rewards right to your wallet. And that's the first engagement that we're doing. The next one, I've also teased a little bit about that. So we will launch the demo of our auto-buy DCA platform, which is aggregator for us, and we will collect the user feedback about that. So that will be like our second engagement campaign that we will be running, and the following up will be the engagement campaign with our partners, the tokens that will be integrated in the interface, and DEXs that we'll be using to route the transactions.
Very interesting. And I think you showed the Twitter one, right? The for ICSpore. I'm
Yeah.
trying to look for it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So once I have the link, I will be sending it on our chat, on our live chat. So everyone who's watching, please participate.
Thank you
Please
so much
support
for
them.
that.
Show them some love. Okay, I'll post it in a bit. Naveen, how about you? Again, the question is, are there any campaigns that they can join now or in the future, and what can we expect in the next few months?
Right now, we have completed our MVP. The project is in the MVP stage, and a few modifications on the tech side is still going on. At the same time, we have taken the request of beta testers for our product as a first phase. So right now, we are having 1,000+ applications lined up to start with the beta testing phase. But the thing is that we are still we have holded that event for some time so that we can update our product with some glitches that we are facing right now. And once it is done, those 100,000 applications that we are having on our pending list will be rolling out for the first beta testing phase. So based on that, we will be rolling out the product to the better things. So this is something that we are expecting to be done into the next 2 or 3 months.
That's a lot. You say it like it's so easy, like easy breezy, but I feel like that's gonna be difficult. So good luck. But very, very exciting stuff. Thanks for sharing that, Naveen. Nicholas, how about you? I made you last this time, okay? So don't stop giving me this stink eye.
Thank you, thank you. At this time, we don't have tokens, we don't have campaigns, but we plan to launch on SNS. So obviously, we will get a token, and obviously we want to create like to reward the first users with like extra with our token, obviously. So you can follow like feature _sh and see what's happened the next month.
Yes, for sure. I mean, if you have been listening in since the beginning up to now and you're not following them yet, I will hunt you down, go to all of your houses and ask you why. Because these are very, very exciting projects. And I feel like we are so early. They already have amazing value proposition, but I'm excited to see how you guys are going to grow, especially with, the next bull run coming in. Because a lot of like crazy mind blowing growth happens in very, very good market conditions. So if you're already present when things aren't as good, so imagine the growth, the possibilities once we just go to that sweet spot again. So we have a few questions here from our community members. I hope you guys are ready. This one is for you, Carl. So this is from Esther's the ICP. We were talking about onboarding new users and how you guys are going to make just trading very easy for people. So what steps are you guys taking to educate and onboard new users to the platform, particularly those unfamiliar with some of the harder terms, I guess, for newbies like DeFi, liquidity routing, and such?
I think we are pretty early to onboard new users to DeFi. So currently, what we are building is we are solving the problem that current users in DeFi have.
Existing ones, yeah.
Yeah, and also by having like a single entry point, we make life easier for the newbies as well. So they will not have to like switch between different interfaces, spending time for that. They will have an opportunity to interact, to make the trading, make the swaps in a single interface.
That makes sense. I think targeting existing users is really the way to go. But yeah, I think this is an interesting question because I feel like since you guys are making it easier for people, the new users are bound to find it, use it, and then it'll spark the curiosity within themselves. And a quick Google search on these things could fill in that gap. So, and again, there are many ways that your project can grow and could potentially address this someday. But now I think focusing on existing users is the best way to go. But thank you so much, Esther, the ICP, for sending that in, and Carl for answering. Now,
I have one more
yeah,
note
go
to
ahead,
add
go
to
ahead.
that regarding the liquidity routing. So users will not have to handle that. So they will
Yeah,
don't know even that liquidity routing exists, because this will happen on our backend.
you'll make it easier for everyone, which
Yeah.
I love. Yeah, I'm on board. Again, I'm sold. All right, thanks for that. This next one is for BattleChan. Kelvin asks, what strategies are you guys employing to handle scalability and ensure that the platform remains efficient and responsive as your user base grows?
This is the reason that we have chosen ICP. Okay, so actually the answer
I
lies
love that
within
smile.
the within the tag itself. The primary reason of choosing ICP is like SNS is there so that the decentralization can be achieved better. The second thing that the ICP, the tech it is offering, which is very good for LLM models, and at the same time handling these data models that we will be sharing on the BattleChan. So that once the user growth is also increasing, parallelly those things can be handled efficiently by the ICP tech. So I think that ICP is the answer for the question that has been asked over here.
A very good answer, of course. Thank you so much, Kelvin, for sending that in. And to everyone else who still have questions, if you want like a general one, the three of them can answer, just let me know. And then if you want like direct questions to our guests, so include what they did, like Kelvin mentioned BattleChan, so I can, address them properly. So yeah, go ahead. Please keep sending in your questions because we are also giving away ICP tokens to those the chosen ones. So yeah, thanks, Kelvin. Nicholas, I think this one's for you. So, what strategies are in place to attract more contributors to participate in fixing GitHub issues? I know we talked about incentives. Aside from that, does anything come to mind? Any other strategies to attract more contributors?
Yeah. So one is just to do a kind of session, just to get like more highlight about feature. But one other we can also like scrap GitHub to get the actual contributor in the Web3 space, or we can also scrap a platform like Welcome to the Jungle or something like this to try to contact a lot of developers and to try to incentivize them. But I think it will be basically there is at this time there is a lot of developers, but they don't have enough incentive to contribute. So, for example, most of the developers I know Uniswap and they know like Compound, Aave, but they don't contribute because they don't have enough incentive. So, feature is just like something to activate them because they know already sometimes they hesitate to fix this issue and something like this. But maybe with like a little incentive, they will contribute, and it's a way I think to get a lot of contributors just to create a little incentive.
Yeah, I mean I think that's a more sustainable way of looking at it for sure. Thank you, Gifty, for sending that in. Now this next one, I feel like all three of you could answer. So AI is a very hot topic lately, and I feel like it's so powerful that we can't ignore it when we're building something now. So Chari Maya asks, is your platform, or how will your platform leverage automation or AI tech to predict or automatically resolve certain types of issues that may be encountered, either front or back end?
Yeah, this is very interesting. No, there is a very good model about create code and fix issue. One of the best one is from AWS, is Cloud AI. It's better like ChatGPT for coding. So I think some developers, they can obviously at this time, most of developers, they use a model like Copilot. It's a model from GitHub. It is very useful to develop. But so at this time, they can already use kind of things to be like an assistant of coding, and to claim a lot of reward. But obviously, they can also create a bot to go to GitHub and connecting to Cloud AI and fix automatically the issue with different projects. This is very nice tool to leverage the fixing issues of open source project.
I don't know AI could do that. I know it could do many things, but obviously I'm not a developer. So hearing that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. I mean, that's such a huge help and it saves so much time for sure. How about BattleChan? How are you leveraging AI into your project? Oh, I think you are on mute. There we go.
Okay.
There.
Right now, we have not implemented AI on our project, but in
Mhm.
future
But are
scope,
there any
we
plans?
have
Oh,
yeah, we do have some plans. Like if the user is sharing all the things about the things that they want to post, so they need to make the description, and based on that, a certain image is going to be popping out, and from which the user can select which they want to select to be posted on the platform. Because on BattleChan, we are encouraging users to post the infographics along with the content they want to post. So this is something
yeah.
that we can leverage AI for. And the second thing could be like based on the users' feedback, the downvotes that they are doing for particular post or on the certain things, we can train the models to identify such kind of infographics at the initial stage of posting, so that those things
Oh,
are not encouraged at the initial level itself. So these things can be explored, and the DAO can make the decision where they want to head in forward direction.
that's a good
With
answer. Also, it's very interesting because AI really is very helpful in terms of content and how you um, related it into algorithm and training it in identifying what sells or what gets more engagement or upvotes is an interesting thing to explore as well. Thanks for sharing that, Naveen. How about you, Carl? How do you see AI being leveraged in ICSpore?
We are not using AI currently inside and build the product, but definitely our
Mm.
developers are using that
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
they should.
That's yeah, and it
Yeah.
helps leverage the all the possibilities, leverage the
Mm.
speed of the development a lot. I think that's the case not only for us but for a lot of projects,
Yeah.
and using the and using Copilot features
Mm.
and others that previously been mentioned. And regarding the integration of AI in the product, we don't have the exact plans for that, but possibly
Mm.
this could be also used to analyze the trading and avoid the front running, to understand better what are the dynamics and or the boats, how do they front run and how to prevent
Mm.
that.
Yes. All of you gave incredible answers, and I'm so excited again for the trajectory of your projects. I know I have to release all of you, but very quickly, starting with you, Carl, maybe you could invite everyone to your community, join you guys, and whatnot.
Yeah, I want to invite everyone to join our campaign. We have quite unique rewards that we are distributing. These are real tokens that you will receive inside of your wallet, and this will be converted on the later stages to our governance token. It's not some points that are stored somewhere off chain which you don't have control of. That's in your wallet. You see it, you can touch it, basically. So I would like to invite everyone to join in shaping the product that we're building. We're also looking not only for basic community engagement, but for the contributors. We're looking for people who would like to contribute and join us in building, both on the development and the business side, where we are very open for the proposals. Yeah, feel free to join us, ask questions. We're very happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Carl. Have a good day. I have the link posted on our chat so you guys can join. Thank you, Carl. Thanks for joining in. Bye. How about you, Naveen? Any campaigns or invites? Sorry, not campaigns. Any message to our community and maybe invite them to be a part of yours as well.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone, and thanks again for inviting me for this panel discussion. It was a nice session that where we will be were able to share about the BattleChan and the things that we are building for the future use. So I invite every user, every community member over here to be the part of BattleChan, because right now we are at the initial stage, and as the platform is going to grow, you will be seeing a lot of values associated with our platform that will give you a good sense of authority in our platform in terms of making decisions as well as in terms of treasury. So this is something that we are expecting to be growing within the next 2 to 3 years. So I welcome everyone to join us. You guys can also join us, join our beta testing phase. Though the requests are paused for a moment, as we have already received a lot amount of requests, but soon we will be opening it. So do follow us on our Twitter or join our Telegram so that we guys can be connecting and explore the things. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yes, Naveen, thank you so much. I hope you had fun. I had fun talking to you and hearing more about, your process and what exactly you guys are building there in BattleChan. And thank you for again making time and answering all of our questions. Nicholas, this is the last time, I promise. I know I asked you many questions, but maybe you can invite the Filipino community to be a part of yours as well.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, I invite everyone to follow my Twitter and follow this project, but especially the developer. So if you are a developer, if you have some skill to build on ICP or some projects, or even if you are just skill of front end, because also we need a front end developer when we build the app. So just try to contact me and I will share with you the different tasks. And the other side, if you are an open source project, especially a DAO, if you have your own token, and if you want to grow your developer community and also to build faster, you can contact me also.
Thank you so much, Nicholas, Naveen. Maraming salamat. We appreciate you coming here on ICP Hub Philippines and answering all of our questions. I hope you guys can come back and maybe give us an update in 3 or 6 months from now. And then maybe we could actually showcase or show everyone how to use your project or your product. So again, thank you. Thank you so much. It has been an honor to have you here. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Ayan, maraming salamat everyone for joining us sa ating live stream. Napakarami pong questions na hindi natin nasagot. I'm so sorry about that, pero limited lang kasi yung time natin ngayon. But don't worry, dahil alam niyo naman dito sa ICP Hub, pwede naman natin silang invite ulit and maybe next time per project na para lahat ng mga tanong ninyo ay masagot natin. But for those chosen questions, congratulations, we will be sending you ICP. SRZ ICP, maraming salamat. Cherry Maya 70, Kelvin, and Gifty, maraming salamat po for participating in our AMA. And next week, dalawa po ang AMA natin. So, prepare those questions again. And kung hindi kayo napili, this AMA, ang dami pa talagang chances, guys. So, kung ako sa inyo, i-turn on nyo na yung notifications nyo sa ating mga social media accounts para hindi nyo ma-miss out. So we'll try to update yung description box natin so you can be a part or join the community ng mga na-interview natin. So we had Feature, BattleChan, and ICSpore. Maraming salamat. Scout Martin, na late. Hello, but thank you so much. Appreciate you still dropping by and saying hi. Dan, maraming salamat. Cherry Maya, congratulations. Suki natin. Sana di na busy that time, sabi ng Spitfire. Pwede namang nakikinig habang nag-work? Pakinggan mo lang kami, gawin mo kaming radyo, no? Again, thank you so much for joining in. And this is our 56th episode. Ang goal natin na 100, mahit kaya natin before 2024? Abangan. So ayan, Espeso, maraming salamat. Thank you, everyone. And if you're not following ICP Hub Philippines yet, you guys are missing out. Please make sure to check out our description box for all of the links dahil ayaw naming nahihirapan kayo. Anyway, thank you guys and have a great night. Bye!